Hello everyone. So welcome you all to the one-shot revision class of exponent and powers for class 8. And in this chapter we are going to see what are exponent and powers, what is the need of same in our real life. Apart from that, we'll see what are the different laws of exponent, how to express a number in the standard form, and we'll solve a few questions on these things. So let's start with the fundamentals of exponent and powers, or the pure basic of the same. So if we talk about multiplication, it is nothing but repeated addition, right? So if I want to add 2 to itself 5 times, I can do it this way, right? 2 into 5, or I can write it as 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So multiplication is nothing but repeated addition. Similarly, if we talk about exponents, it is nothing but repeated multiplication. Okay, so if I let's say want to write, let's say 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. I want to multiply 5 to itself 6 times. I can simply write it as 5 to the power 6. So can we say that exponents helps us reduce the effort of writing? वो हमारे लिखने के एफर्ट को कम करता है, लेकिन क्या हमारे कैलकुलेशन के एफर्ट को भी कम करता है? No. It just reduces the effort of writing, has nothing to do with the calculation part. Now, how do we define exponents or indices? So when dealing with a positive integer, exponents can be thought of a shorthand notation for repeated multiplication of a number by itself several times. अगर एक ही number खुद से बार बार मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है, तो हम एक्सपोनेंट्स एंड पावर्स का यूज करके उसको छोटे फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं. ओके ओके, तो इसको लाइक बोलते कैसे हैं? Like for example, 10 to the power 3, this can be read as 10 to the power 3, like I said, or 10 raised to 3, or 10 raised to third power. Similarly, let's say that the number is 10 raised to the power 4. I'll write it here if we are talking about this number. Okay. Now, this can be called 10 to the power 4, 10 raised to 4, or 10 raised to 4th power. Okay. As simple as that. Now, isme what are the different parts? So if we talk about the number 10, that is the base, and the number 3 is called the exponent or the power. So the exponent or the power gives you the number of times the base needs to be multiplied by itself. So ये जो number 3 है, ये हमें ऐसा बता रहा है कि इतनी बार मुझे base को अपने आप से multiply करना पड़ेगा. Okay, great. So let's take an example how it makes our life easier. Okay, so let's say that the population of rabbits double every month. If the population of rabbits is 100 right now, what would it be after a year? Okay, so हर महीने the population doubles. So let's say currently the population is 100. So after the first month, the population will double and become 200. Okay, after the second month it will again double and become 400. Third month again double and become 800, and so on. So it will be quite difficult to again and again multiply and write down the final digit. Okay, now there is an easier way by using exponent and powers. So basically after the first month, okay, after the completion of the first month, I would say that the population is 100 into 2. Okay, after the completion of the second month, the population would be 100 into 2 square. After the third month, it would be 100 into 2 cube. And if we are talking about after the 12th month, what it would be? Obviously it will be 100 into 2 to the power 12. तो इसने हमारे लिखने का एफर्ट तो कम किया ना. So this is the basic use of exponent and powers. Okay, I hope we are all able to understand this. Okay, now let's talk about the notation part. Okay, so exponents don't need any special sign. Like for example, if we talk about addition, addition का एक अलग से sign है ना, 2 plus 3. Subtraction का अलग से sign है, it is 2 minus 3. Multiplication 2 into 3. Division 2 divided by 3, and so on. Okay, but exponents ka there is no special sign. Okay, so since it is written in a special way so that it clearly established the relation, so that's why we don't need any special operator. Okay, but we don't have any for example, we don't have any confusion between 24 and 2 to the power 4, right? This is quite obvious that 24 is a number where 2 is at the tens place and 4 is at the units place, but 2 to the power 4 would dikh raha hai that 4 is in the superscript and 2 is in the base. So it is basically 2 to the power 4 or 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, right? Now, but there is a problem. So, but what if I'm Googling something and I want to write 2 to the power 4? अभी Google को तो नहीं पता कौन सा वाला subscript में कौन सा वाला base में, right? तो वहाँ पर we can use a special sign or a symbol which is this one, which is this sign. Okay, so I'll write this as 2 and this operator 4. It means that the number which is after the operator, that should be the power or the exponent. Okay, and the number before the operator, that should be the base. So it will be written as 2 to the power 4 or it will be read as 2 to the power 4. Okay, great. Now, let's keep in mind a few things that exponents do not follow commutative property. Like when we say 2 plus 5 is equal to 5 plus 2. This is because addition follows commutative property. Similarly, multiplication also follows commutative property. Okay, but it is not the case with exponent and powers, because 2 to the power 5 and 5 to the power 2 are entirely different things. 2 to the power 5 would be 32 and 5 to the power 2 would be 25. तो दोनों बिल्कुल अलग चीज है. So don't confuse between whether we use commutative property and exponent and powers or not. We do not. Okay. Now let's simplify some exponents, like 3 to the power 1 is equal to 3 itself, 3 to the power 2 is 3 into 3, 3 to the power 3, 3 into 3 into 3, and so on for 3 to the power 4 and 3 to the power 5. Abhi I'll again repeat the same thing, that exponent saves us the effort of writing repeated multiplications, लेकिन ये हमें calculation में कभी help नहीं करता. Okay, the same thing is written on the screen, that exponent saves you the effort of writing repeated multiplications, but it doesn't really help you compute the values unless you have an advanced calculator. Okay, calculator का बात अलग है, but for us it won't be helping to, it won't help us to do the calculation part. Okay, calculation simple nahi karne wala, it is just reducing the effort of writing. Okay, great. Now let's do an activity. 3 to the power 3 can be written as 3 into 3 into 3, right? Similarly, 3 to the power 2 can be written as 3 into 3, but it can also be written as 3 into 3 into 3 divided by 3. Won't be an issue, right? Okay, then 3 to the power 1 can be written as 3 into 3 divided by 3. Similarly, 3 to the power 0 should be written as 3 divided by 3, with the same logic which we did in this one. Okay, so 3 to the power 0 is equal to 3 divided by 3, which is equal to 1. Okay, and if we go to the negative power, it should follow the same rule. 3 to the power minus 1 should be equal to 3 to the power 0 divided by 3 to the power 1. So let's see it quickly, that 3 to the power 2 is equal to 3 to the power 3 divided by 3 to the power 1. मतलब 2 का पावर, तो यहाँ पर एक एक्स्ट्रा पावर लगा दिया. Similarly, 3 to the power 1 is equal to 3 to the power 2 divided by 3 to the power 1. Right? यहाँ पर 1 का पावर, उसमें एक एक्स्ट्रा पावर लगा दिया. Similarly, 3 to the power 0 should be equal to 3 to the power 1 divided by 3 to the power 1. 0 का पावर, यहाँ पर एक एक्स्ट्रा पावर लगा दिया. And same goes for 3 to the power minus 1. Minus 1 में एक एक्स्ट्रा पावर लगाऊंगा तो 0 आएगा. Okay, and 3 to the power minus 1 is equal to 3 to the power 0 divided by 3 to the power 1, which is equal to 1 by 3. Okay, so we can say that, and this is true for every number, कि अगर किसी भी नंबर पे if you are raising a power of 0, it will be equal to 1. Okay, और अगर नेगेटिव पावर लगा रहे हो तो फिर रेसिप्रोकल होने वाला है. Please note it down that n to the power 0 is always equal to 1 and n to the power minus 1 is equal to 1 by n. नेगेटिव पावर का मतलब है एट द एंड यू हैव टू डू अ रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ दैट थिंग, ओके। और जीरो का पावर मतलब यू डोंट हैव टू डू एनी कैलकुलेशन, इट विल ऑलवेज बी इक्वल टू 1. जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस फैक्ट. Okay, now let's move on to the laws of exponent. So the first law says this, we have already seen in class 7, that if the bases are same, okay, if the bases are same and if two things are getting multiplied, then add the exponents. ओके अगर बेस सेम है और अगर दो चीजें मल्टीप्लाई हो रही है तो हम एक्सपोनेंट्स को ऐड कर देते हैं. सो a टू द पावर m इंटू a टू द पावर n इज इक्वल टू a टू द पावर m प्लस n. ओके, यहाँ पर द बेसेस आर सेम एंड बोथ द नंबर्स और एक्सप्रेशंस आर गेटिंग मल्टीप्लाइड, तो पावर्स को ऐड कर दो. ओके, great. So what should be the value of 2 to the power 3 into 2 to the power 4? We can see that the bases are same and the numbers are getting multiplied. So we'll do it as 2 to the power 3 plus 4, which is 2 to the power 7. Correct? Perfect. Let's do another example. 3 to the power 8 into 3 to the power 5. It will be equal to 3 to the power 8 plus 5, which is equal to 3 to the power 13. Okay. Great. Now let's do a little bit difficult question जिससे ज़्यादा अच्छे से समझ में आए. Okay, so 5 to the power 55 is getting added to itself 5 times. तो इसको तो मैं like we have seen in the first slide, इसको तो मैं directly ऐसा लिख दूँ 5 into 5 to the power 55. Something getting added to itself 5 times, तो सीधा सीधा 5 times that something, right? So 5 to the power 1 into 5 to the power 55 should be equal to 5 to the power 1 plus 55, which is equal to 5 to the power 56. That's it. Simple enough, right? So A should be the correct answer. Okay. Now, अभी आंसर और भी फॉर्म्स में मिला हो सकता है. For example, 5 to the power 56 is actually equal to 5 to the power 2 into 28, right? 2 into 28 करके लिख दूंगा. एंड हम देखेंगे अभी आगे वाले लॉज में that it can also be written as 5 to the power 2 whole to the power 28, and this 5 to the power 2 can be written as 25 whole to the power 28. तो आंसर अगर इस फॉर्म में भी लिखा हो, ऑप्शन में हो, तो you'll take this. Okay, इसको हम देखेंगे अभी maybe in the next slides. Okay, let's move on to the next part. So जो first law था उसमें the bases were same. सेकेंड लॉ में द एक्सपोनेंट्स आर सेम. ओके, तो जब एक्सपोनेंट्स सेम हो तो बहुत सिंपल सा लॉ है दैट एक्सपोनेंट्स को कॉमन ले लो. ओके, so it is quite easy to remember that a to the power n into b to the power n should be equal to a into b whole to the power n. Okay, and that should be equal to a into b whole to the power n. एक आध क्वेश्चन करते हैं. सो 3 into 3 to the power 3 whole to the power 3 into 3 to the power 3. Okay, let's solve it. So first of all, this is 3 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 3. So we'll apply the first law of exponent, right? First law of exponent. So the bases are same, multiplication का sign है. So what we'll do? It will become 3 to the power 1 plus 3 whole to the power 3 multiplied by 3 to the power 3. Now 3 to the power 4 whole to the power 3 whole multiplied by 3 to the power 3. Now in the next coming laws, we'll see that a to the power m whole to the power n is equal to a to the power m into n. ये हम देखेंगे. I think it is the fourth law. Okay, तो इसमें भी मैं वही काम कर सकता हूँ. 3 to the power 4 whole to the power 3 should be equal to 3 to the power 4 into 3, that is equal to 12 whole multiplied by this. Again the first law, the bases are same and two things are getting multiplied, so it will become 3 to the power 12 plus 3, which is equal to 3 to the power 15. और उसने बोला है कि क्वेश्चन में that the left hand side is equal to 3 to the power m. It means that this 3 to the power 15 is equal to 3 to the power m. Now कभी भी equation में if the bases are same, you can compare the powers. Similarly, if the powers are same, you can compare the bases. Okay, सो यहाँ पर बेस सेम है, ऑन बोथ द साइड्स वी हैव 3, so m is equal to 15. That should be your correct answer. Okay, let's move on to the third law of exponents. Third law of exponent is similar to the first law of exponent, where the bases are same and we are dividing two expressions. Okay, तो जब multiply कर रहे थे in the first law, we were adding both the exponents. Divide करेंगे तो हम subtract कर देंगे. Okay, so a to the power m divided by a to the power n should be equal to a to the power m minus n. That's it. Now इस पे भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस कर लेते हैं. एक क्वेश्चन ऐसा कुछ दिख रहा है. अभी इस क्वेश्चन में व्हाट कैन आई डू? देखो सिंपल सा है. पहले तो फर्स्ट लॉ लगाओ इन बोथ द न्यूमरेटर एंड द डिनोमिनेटर. ओके, सो इट विल बिकम, सी, 2 to the power 5 into 2 to the power 7, so it will become 2 to the power 5 plus 7 न्यूमरेटर के लिए. डिनोमिनेटर में क्या करूं? 2 to the power 10 into 2 to the power 3, so it will become 2 to the power 10 plus 3. Okay, so the numerator will become 2 to the power 5 plus 7, that is equal to 2 to the power 12. Denominator will become 2 to the power 13, 10 plus 3. अभी हमारा थर्ड लॉ लगा दो. ओके, थर्ड लॉ में क्या है? व्हेन द बेसेस आर सेम एंड टू थिंग्स आर गेटिंग डिवाइडेड, तो पावर्स को सबट्रैक्ट करोगे. सो इट विल बिकम 2 to the power 12 minus 13, which is equal to 2 to the power minus 1. ओके, अभी आप नेक्स्ट लॉ में देखोगे कि ये जो 2 to the power minus 1 होता है, दैट इज इक्वल टू 1 by 2. वो हमने n to the power minus 1 is equal to 1 by n वो वहां भी देखा था. उसको और अच्छे से फोर्थ लॉ में देखेंगे. चलिए, let's move on to the fourth law of exponent, which is a to the power n is equal to 1 by a to the power n. ओके, तो कभी भी पावर में नेगेटिव हो तो उस नेगेटिव को एलिमिनेट करने के लिए जस्ट डू द रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ द नंबर और द एक्सपोनेंट. ओके, सो a to the power minus n will become 1 upon a to the power n. Similarly, if I want to say that 1 upon a to the power minus n, तो इसका फिर से रेसिप्रोकल कर दो, it will become a to the power n. ओके, तो नेगेटिव पावर को एलिमिनेट करने के लिए, पावर में जो नेगेटिव है उसको हटाने के लिए जस्ट डू द रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ द एक्सप्रेशन और द नंबर. Okay, let's do a question like 4 to the power minus 3 upon 16 to the power minus 1. अभी इसको दो तरीके से कर सकते हैं. पहला तरीका क्या होगा? दिस विल बी 4 to the power minus 3, उसका नेगेटिव निकालने के लिए मैं क्या करूं? इसको 1 upon 4 to the power 3 I'll write. ओके, ये न्यूमरेटर चला गया डिनोमिनेटर में टू एलिमिनेट द पावर. अभी डिनोमिनेटर को अगर रेसिप्रोकल करूंगा तो वो न्यूमरेटर में चला जाएगा एंड द पावर विल बी एंड द नेगेटिव इन द पावर विल बी एलिमिनेटेड, राइट, एंड इट विल बिकम 16 to the power 1. ओके, नाउ व्हाट कैन आई डू? 16 to the power 1 लिखूं या फिर 4 to the power 2 लिखूं? बोथ आर द सेम थिंग्स, राइट? So 4 to the power 2 divided by 4 to the power 3. Now again the bases are same. Two things are getting divided. We will subtract the exponents and it will become 4 to the power 2 minus 3, which is 4 to the power minus 1. 4 to the power minus 1 क्या होता है? 1 by 4. That should be the correct answer. Instead of this, you could have done another thing. दूसरा method की हम जो बात कर रहे थे, method same ही है, just calculation part is a bit different. So 4 to the power minus 3 and 16 to the power 1 लिखूं या फिर 4 to the power minus 2 लिखूं, बात तो सेम ही है, right? So it will become 4 to the power minus 2. अभी डायरेक्टली यहाँ पर जो हमारा since the numerator and denominator में the bases are same, हम powers को subtract कर सकते हैं. So 4 to the power minus 3 minus of minus 2. Okay, so it will become 4 to the power minus 3 plus 2 and it will become 4 to the power minus 1, which is finally equal to 1 by 4. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand both the ways. So let's move on to the next law, which is the fifth law of exponent, which says that we have talked about this, that a to the power m whole to the power n is equal to a to the power m into n. अभी इसमें एक बहुत बड़ा confusion होता है, which I would like to clear. देखो, दो अलग अलग चीजें हैं. 2 to the power 3 whole to the power 4. Okay, another one is 2 to the power 3 to the power 4. Okay, तो यहाँ पर in this case this power is raised to the entire number, पूरा इस पे raised है, 2 to the power 3 पे raised है. In this the 4 is raised to the power itself. यहाँ पर जो 4 है वो पूरे नंबर पे रेस्ड है, 2 to the power 3 पे रेस्ड है. एंड इफ वी टॉक अबाउट दिस 4, वो पावर के ऊपर पावर लगा हुआ है. सो बोथ आर एंटायरली डिफरेंट थिंग्स, डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड इन दीज टू. ओके, तो ये वाला जो है ना, ये इसको फॉलो करता है. इसको आपको पूरा मैनुअली करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, the first one follows the law of exponent, fifth law, sorry, okay, and the second one does not follow any law. उसको आपको खुद से मैनुअली कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा. लेट्स सॉल्व बोथ ऑफ देम. नाउ I'll just delete a few things so that we are able to see it properly. Okay, now let's see. 2 to the power 3 whole to the power 4. Okay, 2 to the power 3 whole to the power 4. Now in this what can I do? इन दोनों को आपस में मल्टीप्लाई कर दो. Okay, and open the bracket. So it will become 2 to the power 3 into 4, which is equal to 2 to the power 12. Okay, this follows the fifth law of exponent. But when we talk about a question like this, यहाँ पर आपको ऊपर से नीचे सॉल्व करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, ऊपर से नीचे. सबसे पहले 3 की पावर 4 को सॉल्व करो. So 3 की पावर 4 क्या होता है? 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, which is equal to 81. So it is basically equal to 2 to the power 81, which is such a big number that we don't know what is the expansion of this. Okay, final value क्या आएगा पता नहीं. अभी आप खुद ही देख लो the difference between the final values of these two. They are not at all related, and please remember this thing. Okay, चलिए, let's do a simple question on the same. So 2 to the power 3 whole to the power 2. This will become 2 to the power 3 into 2 multiplied by 2 to the power 2 whole to the power 5. This will become 2 to the power 2 into 5. Okay, now this is equal to 2 to the power 6 into 2 to the power 10. Now remember the first law of exponent, which gives 2 to the power 6 plus 10, which is equal to 2 to the power 16, which should be the final number. Okay, now let's do another question. 4 to the power 4 into 12 to the power 3 whole divided by 8 to the power 3 into 9 to the power 2. तो जब भी ऐसा क्वेश्चन आए, आई होप दैट एवरीबडी नोज हाउ टू डू प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन ऑफ अ नंबर. सो कन्वर्ट एवरीथिंग इनटू प्राइम फैक्टर्स. लेट्स डू इट. सो 4 can be written as, this 4 can be written as 2 to the power 2 प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन, और होल के ऊपर पावर 4 लगा हुआ है, राइट, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 12 is 2 square into 3 to the power 1. 2 square into 3 to the power 1 और whole के ऊपर power 3 लगा हुआ है. Okay, I'm doing the prime factorization of the bases. 8 is 2 to the power 3 और whole के ऊपर power 3 है, multiplied by 9 is 3 to the power 2, whole के ऊपर power 2 है, right? Let's solve it further. So this 2 to the power 2 whole to the power 4, just remember the last law of exponent. Okay, it will become 2 to the power 2 into 4, that is 2 to the power 8, multiplied by, इसका क्या होगा? 2 to the power 2 whole to the power 3 है, तो मतलब it will become 2 to the power 2 into 3, that is 6, multiplied by 3 to the power 1 whole to the power 3, it will become 3 to the power 1 into 3, which is equal to 3 itself, divided by इसमें 2 to the power 3 whole to the power 3, which will become 2 to the power 9, 3 into 3, multiplied by 3 to the power 2 whole to the power 2. Okay, तो 2 into 2 will become 4, so 3 to the power 4. अभी बहुत सिंपल हो गया. Now what we'll do, first of all इन दोनों में फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ एक्सपोनेंट लगाकर बोल दूं that 2 to the power 8 into 2 to the power 6 should be equal to 2 to the power 8 plus 6, which is equal to 2 to the power 14 multiplied by 3 to the power 3 divided by 2 to the power 9 multiplied by 3 to the power 4. Okay, now इनको सेपरेटली देखो और इनको सेपरेटली देखो, तो bases are same, getting divided, so we'll subtract the exponents. So it will become 2 to the power 14 minus 9 into 3 to the power 3 minus 4. So 2 to the power 5 into 3 to the power minus 1. अभी आप इसको दूसरे फॉर्म में भी लिख सकते हो, 2 to the power 5 डिवाइडेड बाई 3 to the power 1। माइनस हटाने के लिए वी हैव डन द रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ द नंबर। ओके, नाउ अभी तक हमने देखा कि बहुत बड़े नंबर को छोटे फॉर्म में कैसे लिखो using the exponent and powers. We can do the similar thing with very small numbers. Okay, अगर बहुत छोटा नंबर है 0.005684 बहुत छोटा कोई नंबर है तो उसको भी हम एक्सपोनेंट्स की हेल्प से थोड़ा सा इजी टू राइट कर सकते हैं। ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस 0.7 इज इक्वल टू 7/10। पॉइंट हटाने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, इस पॉइंट को हटाने के लिए एक नीचे या फिर उसके ऑपोजिट एंड पे हम एक जीरो ऐड कर देते हैं। 0.7 इज इक्वल टू 7/10 विच इज इक्वल टू 7 इंटू 10 टू द पावर -1। राइट, 10 को ऊपर ले आया तो -1 का पावर आ गया। ओके, वी हैव सीन इट इन द laws of exponent. Similarly, 0.07 with the same logic can be written as 7 into 10 to the power -2. Same goes for 0.007 and the other numbers. Okay, so if I want to write 0.00007, it will be equal to 7 into 10 to the power -5. Okay, तो बहुत छोटे कोई numbers हैं उनको लिखने के लिए भी we can use exponent and powers. Okay, so in standard form there should be only one non-zero digit on the left hand side of the decimal. डेसिमल के लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे खाली एक नॉन जीरो डिजिट होनी चाहिए। मतलब इफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, लेट्स टेक दीज थ्री एग्जांपल्स। ओके, सो इन द स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म व्हाट विल आई डू, इसको मुझे 2.1 इंटू 10 टू द पावर समथिंग लिखना पड़ेगा। इसको मुझे 5.64 इंटू 10 टू द पावर समथिंग लिखना पड़ेगा। सिमिलरली इसे मुझे 6.02 इंटू 10 टू द पावर समथिंग लिखना पड़ेगा। ओके, एज वी कैन सी डेसिमल के लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे खाली एक डिजिट है विच शुड नॉट बी जीरो। ओके, तो नाउ आई हैव टू फाइंड कि इस 10 के ऊपर क्या पावर आनी चाहिए। उसी के लिए आई वॉज जस्ट डिफाइनिंग कि जितनी बार राइट हैंड साइड पे द डेसिमल इज शिफ्टिंग उतना नेगेटिव पावर रेज होता है, और जितनी बार लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे इट इज शिफ्टिंग उतनी बार पॉजिटिव में पावर रेज होता है 10 के ऊपर। ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पर मुझे डेसिमल इन द फर्स्ट केस मुझे डेसिमल कितनी बार राइट हैंड साइड पे शिफ्ट करना है, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8। ओके, 2 के आगे डेसिमल लगाना है ना। okay, so it will become 10 to the power -8. okay, now in this, in the second one, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 5 के बाद लगाना है, so -7. now in the third one the decimal is basically here, so I have to shift the decimal on the left hand side, तो positive में power raise होने वाला है। so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, 10 times I have to shift the decimal on the left hand side, so 10 to the power 10 and so on. So I hope we are all able to understand how to convert a number into standard form. Okay, अभी usual form क्या होती है, जो standard का opposite होता है, मतलब without using the exponent and powers आप number को normal form में लिखो, that is called the usual form. So basically 7 into 10 to the power -8, इसको कैसे लिखूंगा, 10 to the power -8 मतलब कि डेसिमल वाला जो हमने स्टोरी देखा था, फॉर एग्जाम्पल 0.1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, मतलब 10 to the power -8 मतलब पॉइंट के बाद देयर शुड बी 8 zeros. ओके, सिमिलरली 28 into 10 to the power 5, now the power is a positive number, तो उतने ही zeros add करने, so it will become 28 and 5 zeros. Okay, and so on. So this brings us to the end of the video, and I hope that I was able to cover all the topics from the NCERT. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.